Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have an exciting one, another disc review. The all new Gannon Buhr Horizon Seed Line Cloudbreaker. This thing is looking pretty amazing. I'm not
First
gonna
thoughts,
lie.
Chris. First thoughts.
First thoughts.
Also, I'm back. I'm on the channel right now.
Manny's back, another video. First thoughts, feels a little stiffer than anticipated, but it feels like just a typical, really solid feeling, high speed, stable distance driver. Nothing spectacular out of the ordinary. I mean, the stamp looks pretty cool. I'm just curious to see how it flies. I've heard that C-Line Cloudbreakers, or last year's Cloudbreaker in particular, was really straight. And so I'm not sure if that was a turnoff for some people, but I guess we'll find out today. Manny, let's see your first thoughts.
Dude,
what are you thinking?
Thoughts. Driving over here, I was in my car. I was just, instead of driving, I was just looking at, just kidding.
Yeah.
But first thoughts, I like the stamp. It's pretty cool. It's like a dude with a sword on it. Yeah, this Horizon C-Line Cloudbreaker feels pretty good in the hand. Not too domey, not too flat, so pretty good right in the middle. Nice and stiff around the rim and some decent give in the middle. But overall, it's a pretty neat disc and can't wait to throw it. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this flies.
Actually, funny that you mentioned stiff around the edge, soft in the middle. You know what that reminds me of? The Calvin Heimberg Destroyer. Really similar.
Kind of reminds me of this Koi Destroyer.
Yeah, like Manny said, me and him in the field, testing this thing out. Is it stable? Is it better than a Destroyer? Is it the best disc ever?
Find out now.
Is it the worst disc ever?
In 3, 2, 1.
All right, guys, we moved around the field. Make sure we don't hit anybody. Let's throw this Cloudbreaker. I'm gonna throw it slide hyzer like 80%. I wanna see if this thing flips. And if it flips, then you know it's gonna be a bomber. So let's see how it flies. After I throw this, I will throw some of my other 12-speed distance drivers, other ones to compare. But let's see. Manny's out, catch cam. All right, I'm gonna say it right now. I just threw in a little bit of tailwind and that thing at 75, 70%, flipped a little bit. All right, I'm gonna throw 2 more discs. Number 1, Disc Zone Koi Stamp Destroyer. These things are absolute bombers. If you haven't got one, check one out. Let's see. $75% again. Flies so similar. This is the new Atmos Hurricane from DGA. This thing is also extremely money. It's basically like a straighter Destroyer. Let's see how it compares. So that thing's a little bit straighter for 75%. So you can kind of see it's not really that straight, but I don't know. Definitely first impressions, that's a little bit, it kind of feels like a straight Destroyer. Cut to Manny throwing right now.
So Chris threw him however he wanted to throw him. How'd you throw him, Chris?
70%,
70%
slide hyzer.
Slide hyzer. So I'll do the same thing with the Cloudbreaker and Koi Destroyer and Color Glow Destroyer.
All right, I'll go out.
First up, Cloudbreaker.
Let's see how far Manny can bomb
Usually
this.
my slight hyzer is just absolute more hyzer than anything.
Whoa.
Ooh. Wow. I got there pretty quick. So I threw that on a slight hyzer and it pretty much just rode. Just kept flipping, never flipped to flat, but just kept going on that same hyzer. You have a right to left wind, so it just kept pushing, and I'm fitting left. Now to the Koi Destroyer slight hyzer as well. Same, try to imitate the same line where Chris is at. So I think that was a little bit more hyzer than anything. Kind of the same area, 25 feet away. So last would be this Glow Destroyer, same line. Oh, too much hyzer this time.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing, Chet.
Way straighter.
But yeah, that Cloudbreaker was pretty nice.
All right, you just saw Manny and I throw at 70. Time to give her the juice. Gonna give this a good bit of power, maybe 95% of just hyzer flip, not max distance because I don't want to burn it over to the right, but you'll get a good grasp of how stable this thing is when I put it on some 90%, see if it flips up to flat or even turns. Let's test it out, compare it. Also, I just changed my form, so rate my form in the comments down below and my buns. That was like more like 85 because I was a little nervous. But you could see that thing definitely flips up. I felt like I threw it on a good bit of hyzer there. Let's try compare it, I think, to this Koi Destroyer. So I threw that Koi Destroyer a lot harder. Say like 90%-ish, maybe not a lot, but, and I felt like that Destroyer wanted to fade more. I felt like the Cloudbreaker wants to push on the line. It doesn't want to dump, kind of like what the Destroyer just did, or similar to what I think this Destroyer will do. See, that one barely flips the flat, but you see how it wants to dump right there. It wants to fade. So very interesting. Last throw, I guess I'll throw this Atmos Hurricane. See, it like wants to flip, push, but it still wanted to fade a little bit hard. I'm not sure if the Cloudbreaker did something similar, but you could see it wanted to like push first. Oh man, it's interesting. I'm a little conflicted because it feels like it wanted to push like the Hurricane, but then at the end of its flight, the fade was more gradual. But it could just be me. So, I mean, you guys see it in the video. So Manny's gonna come back now, maybe throw it a little bit harder, maybe throw some sidearms and finish this review up.
So Chris threw it as far as he can, or not really. The field's not that big and there's a lot of people, but now it's my turn to give this one a good rip. I hope Chris is out there, right to left crosswind. I'll probably throw this and that Koi Destroyer, and we'll see how this one handles more heat. He's about 430, 450. Let's see if I can get a good move on this one. Oh my goodness, that's just so much on hyzer.
It doesn't want to.
I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared, guys. All right, final Koi Destroyer. I'll probably give this one a better move than that Cloudbreaker, but I mean, that Cloudbreaker gets there so fast, which is good. Now for Destroyer. All right, all right, all right. Got past them. Pretty nice, and that was about it for the quote-unquote maximum distance drive. I suck sometimes. All right, so Chris wants me to range find this, see how far it is. It is slightly downhill, so don't really count it as. I'm getting 485 on a slight downhill, slight hyzer, no flat. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good disc.
All right, well, that kind of does it for this Cloudbreaker review. My thoughts, it's interesting. It's not like it's understable by any means. It kind of flies similar to like a very slightly beat up Star Destroyer.
But that pushes.
Yeah.
That pushes.
It's weird. Like at the end of its flight, even when I noticed watching Manny's, like it would maybe slightly flip, but then when it was fading, it would just continue to push. But like compared to Destroyer, like I'll hyzer flip, and then all of a sudden it's just like knifing. So this is definitely interesting disc. I'm not sure if I've seen discs like this that are like understable, like a Trace or something like that, or like a Racer, but nothing where it's like hyzer flip and it just continues to push as a 12, 5, -1.3 distance driver. So very interesting. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I like it. This could find a spot in my bag. I'm not going to say which disc it might replace. Okay, keep that confidential.
Also, speaking of in the back.
Check out my in the bag.
Right
Link
now.
down below.
Right now.
Or go to the channel. It's your favorite pros, whatever.
Your
Okay,
favorite disc golfer's favorite disc golfer break-in.
But yeah, this is a good disc. It just pushed nicely when you want to get down the fairway on that same angle, which is nice. Actually, I've thrown a disc similar to it. Believe it or not, it's another Cloudbreaker. It was I think either 4th gen Cloudbreaker, some sort, the white halo with like whatever. But yeah, it pushes nicely. Great for sidearms, nice and stiff. It's a good disc.
You have a disc that's similar to that's not a cloud breaker?
Not really.
Yeah, see, that's weird.
Yeah, not really.
Like,
This
I can't
thing's
think of it.
one of a kind.
Yeah.
Disc Mania did a good job with this. Shout out to Gannon Buhr. It's a great disc.
Yeah, I feel like it fits Gannon Buhr's freaking throwing style perfectly. It seems like he's always throwing just like hyzer or slide hyzer. So flip, push, and land kind of straight, maybe slight finish. But yeah, that kind of does it for the video. I'm not sure if you want to talk about anything else. Right?
Yeah, if you want to check out disc golf stuff, www.disczone.com, link down below. You can get some sweet hats. We still have some in stock, some Core Stamp. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. We got Halo TL3s, Halo Star Destroyers, Classic Glow, Firebirds, and Halo Star Mambas. So make sure to check that out. And thank you once again.
For sure. Check it out. And obviously the Cloud Breaker, we have a good amount left. So I'll put the link in below if you want to get a Cloud Breaker for yourself. Just buy a couple, get free shipping straight to your house. Boom. But like Manny said, that's it for the video. Stay tuned for some more ones.
Catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.